Eliminator RC presents RCTV, your radio-controlled authority. Brought to you in part by RC Pit Stop, bringing the best of RC to BC since 1989. And John's Hobbies, Toronto's local hobby store. With your host, Nick Rack.
Good morning, Canada, and welcome to RCTV. On this week's episode, you know what we're going to be doing? We're going to be heading out to Winnipeg to play in the snow.
Winnipeg with snow.
Winnipeg has snow.
But first, we're going to go see Wes on the West Coast to learn about brushless motor technology.
And then we're going to take a look at a really cool helicopter in Ontario. Supposed to be a big one.
Yeah.
Here we go. We have a special treat today. We're here with Winston Curtis, and you got a beautiful, huge, it's almost scale helicopter. It's a scale now. Now, what's the difference between this one and most of the other helicopters out here?
Well, this is a two-stage turbine, and it's a vario kit. A single stage is just one set of rotor shaft, and this is a dual set driving the here compressor drive another stage of turbine. So you get constant RPM from this unit.
Now, is that needed because of the weight of this helicopter being such a large helicopter?
Yeah.
Now, how does it handle in the air?
Very good. It handles just like a full-size helicopter. You got to stay ahead.
Ahead a little bit. Does it spool up like a little bit? Is it a little bit long to spool up?
Yeah, you'll see how they spool up, and it's much quieter, and you wouldn't hear the turbine. The turbine is so quiet, and mostly you'll hear the blades of the helicopter, the tip of the blades talking to you.
Wow. Why did you go this size?
It's in my blood. I love a helicopter, and I see this and I like it. I did special things to it, a whole lot of different pieces, and it come together.
Now, because of the turbines, is there extra reinforcement put through the blades for the heli, or is there anything special in here that makes it a lot different than a regular heli?
You beef up parts that need to be beefed up. It's the same principle of a full-size helicopter. So you got to maintain it, look after it properly, and make sure it's ready to go all the time.
Watching it spool up, why does it do that just before it takes off?
Like a full-size helicopter, Nick, you got to spool up to reach your RPM. The RPM is set at 850, so it takes a while for it to spool up. There's a sensor at the back of the helicopter here that tells me when it reached the maximum.
And does that show up on your radio?
It blinks.
Oh yeah, there, I see it right now blinking as it's spooling up. Okay, now is that only for takeoff?
It's not for takeoff alone, it's to, when you're flying you can see it, and you know that to maintain your RPM. When I'm flying, you'll see the solid red all the time. Sometimes pressure might come onto it and the RPM will drop, but it's have a governor inside here.
Oh, so the computer will adjust
and bring it up. Yeah.
Now, how much more difficult is this to fly compared to like a smaller scale helicopter, or is it easier?
It's easier, but it's like I said, you'll notice when I make an approach, I have to be on top of the helicopter. The helicopter is bigger, and you have to watch what you're doing.
I want to show people the turbine at home, so I'll help you pull it out here. This type of heli is not for a beginner.
No.
Now this jet engine here, this is the same type of jet engine that you would find in an RC jet plane.
Yeah.
Now what's the difference with the configuration? Because obviously you have to change that path
Yeah, this, like you remember I was telling you about the two-stage? This is the turbine, and that's a stage. And over here you have a gearbox. The exhaust system is blowing.
Oh, into the gearbox.
And driving the
oh,
gearbox.
so just like a turbo.
Yeah, it's the same thing as a full-size.
Full-size turbo.
Yeah.
And then it transfers it right back up to your gearing up here.
Yeah, and then if you put your hand underneath here.
Oh, a belt, and it spins the belt.
And the belt spins.
And the belt spins the...
Yeah. And it transfers.
Yeah, and I can see it coming towards my head.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So it is a little bit different. Now, is this running on kerosene as well?
No, this run on Jet A fuel.
No, it's beautiful. I mean, watching it fly, it's just a dream. It is. It's really nice. And because it's so heavy, I guess that even in a little bit of a wind like we have today, you have no problems.
No.
Thank you, Winston. Okay, folks, stick around. We have more RCTV coming up in a minute.
Hi, I'm Wes Turnbull, and I'm going to explain the difference between a brushless and a brushed motor today.